How's it going, guys and girls? This is Ketchup and Mustard here once again, bringing you episode 4 of our From Casual to Competitive tutorial series for Mortal Kombat X. This video is going to be focusing on being a Rushdown player and some of the aggressive stuff that you're going to be using in your game. But we're going to be going into terminology, each individual technique. We're going to go over some of these techniques to actually try and obtain damage up close. We talked about combos last time, how doing combos is one thing, but if you're not going to land the hit, then the combo may as well not exist. This video is going to very much try and help you land those all-important hits to get the damage you need to win the round. We're going to go into our first piece of tech right now, which is going to be hit confirming. So, what is hit confirming? Hit confirming is basically when you're looking at an attack, like a combo string or a special move, depending on the move, seeing whether it hits or not, and then committing into the next part of the combo. So for example, I've got the opponent set to block and automatic reversal. If I just do 1, 2, 3 slide at Sub-Zero, that combo is normally. But on block, the slide is unsafe, but the string itself is not unsafe. So essentially what hit confirming is that I'm throwing out this string and looking to see whether it's hit or whether it's been blocked. If I see the combo string here has been blocked, I then leave myself in this safe situation. If I then see that it's been hit, for example, let me set them to block off. If I then see a hit confirm into slide to get the knockdown and the damage. This is a very small example of hit confirming. I mean, nearly every string in the game can be hit confirmed as long as it involves 2 or 3 hits. And it's generally leaving yourself safe when you see that something is blocked, and then committing to the next part of the combo if you see that it's been hit. Some hit confirms will lead into big combo damage if you get the hit, but on block will leave yourself highly unsafe, like Sonya Blade, for example. Hit confirming her attacks on block into a grab or something, or leaving it neutral, and then on hit confirming into the combo extender, which is normally unsafe. How do you practice this by yourself? It's very simple. Because of the game's training mode, go into AI options and go block mode, random combo. Now he's set to random combo, he will randomly block or get hit. So basically, you're practicing see whether it gets hit, and then if you see the combo string get hit, confirm into the next part, hit confirm into slide for the extra damage and hard knockdown. If you see him block it, leave it. So what you're doing with this is you're seeing it get hit and you're hit confirming. Seeing it blocked, leaving it. So what you're doing there is you're just watching to see whether the string is hit or not. Setting the opponent to random combo block is the easiest way to practice hit confirms. Because if I see that it's been blocked, leave myself safe. If I see it's been hit confirm into slide. And that's basically what hit confirming is, leaving yourself safe on block and extending the combo on hit. Run cancelling may take you a couple of tries to figure out, but it's well worth doing because it's an extremely useful part of the game. You're all familiar with the run feature right now. Pressing block during a dash will start sprinting. You can cancel that sprint with any attack or movement in the game, really, besides a jump, I believe. So you can run and then do a button press, run crouch, run stance change, whatever. Anything that lets you run and then cancel it with a button press is a big deal, because any character like Scorpion or Liu Kang or Devourer with a special move like Scorpion's Fireball, which you can dash out of, because you can dash out of this move, you can run out of it too. Because you can run out of this move, you can cancel it with a button press. So run cancelling can be used to either extend combos or extend block strings to create some tricky setups. So Scorpion, for example, can cancel his Fireball in the middle of a combo. So for example, you can do 2-1, run cancel 2-1 with the Fireball. Like that. So you can do 2-1, input the Fireball, but then run cancel the Fireball the way I just demonstrated, where you do Fireball, run, and then button press. So once again, it's 2-1 Fireball, 2-1-4, extending the combo. The input for run cancelling isn't that much more difficult than doing the input for your regular special move. So Scorpion's Fireball, which is down back 1 in Hellfire, can be dashed out of, as you can see. The way you would run cancel this is you would hold the move to charge it slightly and then dash out of it. You then cancel the dash immediately with a run. So think of run cancelling as forward, block, and then the button press immediately afterwards, because the block is what triggers the run, and the button is what cancels the run. So essentially, you're doing the input, holding the special move input, just to get the initial charge, and then dashing out of it. As you can see, my button input's on the left-hand side. I'm going to hold the button, dash, and then you can see, I didn't have stamina there, so I didn't get it, obviously. But hold the button down, and then run out of it. And then instantly do RT or R2, depending on what console you're playing on, and then your button to cancel the dash. Run cancelling is very tricky at first, but I think once you get the muscle memory down for this technique, it's extremely useful. It can also be used to extend the block string. I'm going to set the opponent to automatic block, or sorry, always block. You'll have to bear with me because I don't main Scorpion, but we'll have to give this a go. So I'm going to do 2-1-4 and then run cancel the final hit, like this. That's actually completely guaranteed if you cancel the Fireball. You can do 2 reps of this as long as you have the stamina to do it. So generally what run cancelling will do is that it will put them in a block situation where you get more blocks done than normal. So 2 on 4, run cancel fireball, that was a completely guaranteed block string. Obviously Sub-Zero can punish that entire string with a slide, which further exaggerates why you would need to run cancel that against Sub-Zero. So again, just to explain it one more time, you input the special move that can be dashed. It only comes from a special move that can be dashed out of. So Swarm Queen Devora's Insect Grenade, Liu Kang in Dragonfire can run cancel one of his specials, and Scorpion's Fireball in Hellfire also. So hopefully that was helpful to you guys, and that is very much how to run cancel in Mortal Kombat X. Footsies can seem like quite a tricky thing to nail down, but they're definitely worth putting the effort in because they really are an important part of any fighting game, and Mortal Kombat X is no different. It's all about staying out of range of your opponent's attacks while at the same time trying to be close enough that yours will hit if your opponent comes in at a wrong time or if you whiff something you can punish. For example, down 4s are really powerful attacks from this sort of medium range. On hit, most down 4s are really plus, and on block, Shinnok's is only -4, so if he blocks this, I'm completely safe. But it's also about, keep in mind of the startup of your attacks. Down 4s tend to be quite slow. And you're not going to see me stick out a down 4 from over here because obviously there's no way the opponent would ever get hit by it. So when I'm point blank, it's also slow enough that I might not want to do a down 4 point blank. I might go for like a down 3 or a down 1, which give less advantage on hit, but they are quicker. And it's about keeping in mind what your fastest normals are and the space of your opponents as well as your own. For example, if I see Kenshi whiff a string, I know my forward 2 has really good range with Shinnok, so I can stand at this sort of medium range, see him whiff it, and then go in for the forward 2 punish. Because I'm standing in the range of the forward 2, which is about this distance. And obviously I'm not going to do that from full screen because I can get whiff punish myself there. It's about standing at the optimal range for your attacks and really keeping in mind of what your opponent has, because footsies are equally as important for keeping in mind of what your opponent can do as well as what you can do. So we're going to show you some quick examples of traditional footsies that you might see in MKX. At this point, we all know that Kenshi's one of his strongest strings is his back 3-2. It's a low starter, it's safe on block, and can be easily hit confirmed into a full combo to send the opponent full screen, which is where Kenshi wants you to be. Knowing this is a threat, I'm going to sort of dance around at the range to try and make the Kenshi player want to do it, and then take a step back as he does it, and then go in for the whiff punish, as the move takes a while to recover on whiff as opposed to block. So once more again, I'm going to set at this sort of medium range, get him to do it, see it whiff, and then I'll go in for my own punish with my forward 2 because I know the range of my forward 2 will reach if he does miss the attack. We'll show a few more examples now. So we all know all too well that Quan Chi players love throwing out back 2 in footsies in the neutral game. It's a really good attack, covers really good range, is an overhead, and can be made safe with meter burn rune, or you can unsafe go into a trance, and if it hits, you get a full sequence, which can be all Quan needs to get momentum going. In footsies, you want to shut this move down by making it whiff. When you make a move whiff, it's when the move misses. Quite often, when moves whiff, when they miss you entirely, they'll have longer recovery on whiff than on block. So this move is an example of you want to make it miss entirely before actually trying to go in for the punish using footsies, like so. And with Reptile, obviously, that's a full combo into whatever follow-up you can do. And every character with a long advancing normal can do that sort of thing. At the very least, you're going for your down 4 to get your advantage. It's all about just making the move whiff and shut down that option for your opponent by punishing them with any attack at all that will hit them, so you then get the advantage. So you might be asking yourself, why would I do a down 3 or a down 4 in footsies when it only does like 2% damage on hit? The answer is simply because of the situation you get after it. We're going to start talking about frame traps now. As we can see, Shinnok's down 4 is plus 21 on hit. Keep in mind the game runs at 60 frames a second. What this means is for every down 4 that I hit, I can move 21 frames before my opponent can. I'm going to have Ketchup hold up on his controller here to try and jump out of this on hit down 4, and I'm going to go in for a follow-up. As you can see, he is completely grounded. He's trying to jump, he's trying to hold up, and the game will not let him because I've stuck him on the ground. Try once again. Yep, he tries it once again, he tries to press buttons, and because I'm just simply at so much advantage, my attacks are guaranteed. This forces him to block in this situation so he can block my follow-up, and as soon as I see him blocking, I can go in for something different. Like a throw, which obviously can't be blocked, and then as soon as they start trying to take a throw, then obviously you start getting hits and button presses instead. So a frame trap is when, using frame advantage, you manage to catch your opponent in a guaranteed move which they can't do anything about. For example, down 4 into run cancel 1 is a frame trap, because if you time it correctly, there's nothing the opponent can do about it. They have to take that block, which obviously gives you the mix-up of string or throw. That's not to say that frame traps can only be done on hit. Shidok's Hellsparks, when you meter burn them, we can see a plus 24 on block, which is even more than the down 4 before. Yes, it costs a bar, but it is on block. So if I ever catch my opponent blocking like this, and I confirm the Hellsparks into meter burn, I can move in and do it again. If he lets the next one hit him, because he's trying to hit buttons, then I get another hit. I can go in for an actual full-on combo. So you can just hit confirm, do whatever it is on block, to just get that frame advantage, because you know you're guaranteed. And once again, if he blocks the Hellspark meter burn and tries to block the follow-up, I go in and I get another throw. So what we're going to do now is we're going to look at everything we've done so far. I'm going to mix it all together. So we're going to look at footsies, hit confirming, and frame traps to use everything together to get a really good situation. So a traditional thing with Shinnok will be, I'll hit a down 4, he'll block the follow-up, frame trap, he'll block this, he'll try poke out the next one, I hit him, I hit confirm into meter burn Hellsparks, into combo, and that one sequence was utilizing everything that we've seen so far. So take what we've done so far, apply it to your own character, and see if you can get similar things to this. We're going to move on to our final point today, which is going to be counter-poking in your offense. The final thing that I'd like to go into for this video is going to be counter-poking with meter burn reversals. We've used Kung Lao as a very special example here, in that his low hat is an amazing situation to counter-poke the opponent. Counter-poking is when you bait a button press from the opponent and then blow straight through it with a meter burn attack, which has armoured properties and a fast startup. You will see all the time Buzzsaw Kung Lao players going for a combo string into a low hat, and then when the opponent presses a button, they then do what is called counter-poking, like so. I throw the low hat, you press a button, here comes the meter burn spin, blow you up with whatever. And you can go into whatever combo that you want. It's a really good situation to go in, because conventionally, without meter, you can almost take it in turns to press buttons. The low hat on block is -6. Kung Lao has a 8 frame standing one, and Ferritor standing one is 9 frames. So if I throw a low hat and then try and press 1 at the same time as Ferritor, you'll realise that I get beat every time. I'm -6, and I'm 2- to get a free button press. He'll beat me all the time. If I predict that after a low hat he's going to press a button and challenge any button press of mine, that's when I counter-poke with armor and blow straight through it with whatever conversion that you want to do as Kung Lao. So it's a hell of a mind game. It's a massive mind game read situation. Meter burn spin will be unsafe, like most meter burn reversals. However, it's all in the reads that you make on your opponent. So if I start throwing a low hat and then I've counter-poked him, he now might be scared to press buttons. So if I throw a low hat now and he's scared to press a button and then he presses a button now, that's when I go in once again. So if the opponent is then scared to press buttons because they fear the counter-poke, you can then get more pressure, because you go in for a low hat, go in for a low hat again, he's now going to block, and I can get a grab or something. So it's a great situation to be in, because you're basically putting the fear in the opponent to press a button, because the second they press a button, that's when your counter-poke with the armored reversal comes into play. So there you go. Hopefully you watching now have a better understanding on how to open your opponent up, how to play a neutral game, how to counter-poke, how to rush down, and all that important stuff that you will need to know in high-level Mortal Kombat X. Please join us for episode 5, which will be the last episode in this tutorial series, where we'll be teaching you how to defend yourself, because it doesn't matter if you can attack the opponent, if you can't get them off you once they start attacking, you're going to lose the game every time. So as always, please like and subscribe if you enjoy the content. We've been Ketchup and Mustard, and we'll catch you all next time.